Shalom, shalom. This is Ima Ayalea coming back at you with another segment of my YouTube channel. And this segment is basically called Life Nugget. Okay, Life Nugget is basically going to be messages to my grandchildren. All right, and that is Shakir, Keeson, Akira, Wale, Saya, and Demi. Okay, so Life Nuggets is basically going to be me sharing different topics or things, or lessons that I have learned and still learning and will learn in my life, in hopes that as they age, they are young right now, but as they age and perhaps experience some of the things that I have went through, that they will be able to handle them a little better than I did, and basically have someone to give them some direction on how to deal with different topics and lessons that we learn on this life journey. Okay, and not only is this for my grandchildren, it is for anyone who can get value, not from just my Life Nugget segment of my channel, but from all of my segments that I have on my YouTube channel. And that is my goal, to bring value to my grandchildren's lives, my children's lives, and also to whoever else want to look at them and possibly learn something from my channel. Okay, so with that being said, like I said, this is Life Nugget, and the first nugget I'm going to talk about is goals and values. Okay, let me repeat that. The first Life Nugget is going to be goals and values and the difference between them. Okay, so we definitely want to hear what the Most High has to say about the topics that I will be presenting to my grandchildren. Okay, so we're going to start off with goals. All right, a little bit about goals. Goals are basically, it can be called plans or a plan. Okay, those words can be interchangeable: goal, plan, or plans. And basically, goals have a start date and an end date. Okay, for example, like if Nana say, okay, I want to lose 25 pounds in 6 months. Okay, and so that means I will start in January, and then by the end of June, that's when I said that I wanted to be 25 pounds less. Okay, so just remember, goals have a start date and an end date. Okay. So we're going to look at a few verses dealing with goals and what the Most High have to say about goals. Okay, and so that first verse is going to be Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9. Okay, and it reads, "A man's heart plans his way, but Yahweh directs his step." Okay, let me say that again. A man's heart plans his way, but Yahweh directs his steps. Okay, and so we can plan, and like I said, plan and goal can be interchangeable. Okay, so you can set a goal, you can have plans, but you have to know that the Most High is the one that directs your steps, especially if you're walking righteously before Him. Okay, so also let me go to the next verse. Let's see, and that's going to be Luke chapter 14 verse 28. Let's see, Luke chapter 14 verse 28. Okay, and that reads, "For which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it?" Okay, so basically what Dr. Luke is saying here is that when you set a goal or you have a plan or plans for your life, you want to sit down and basically count the cost. Okay, and I'm going to basically use the weight loss example. Okay, so I want to lose 25 pounds in 6 months. I have to first sit down and count the cost. And the cost is, a lot of times, am I mentally, do I have my mental together to see this go to fruition? Okay, things that I can do. I can have a plan on, okay, I'm gonna cut back on eating a lot of carbs, and I love my snacks and my sweets. Okay, I can say, okay, I'm gonna cut that out or cut drastically back on it, like that. I'm gonna exercise. Okay, so that's just a few examples on counting the cost before you start your goal. All right, and next we are going to go to Proverbs chapter 21 verse 5. Okay, let's get back over here. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 5, and it reads, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty surely to poverty." Okay, and this is basically saying that okay, your plans, you got to be diligent. Okay, you have to stick with it and see it to fruition. Okay, and when you do that, it leads to plenty. Okay, but if you being hasty, okay, in a hurry, okay, about trying to reach your goal, doing things to basically speed up the process to get to your goal, a lot of times, like this word said, it will end in poverty. It will end in poverty, and you're not reaching your goal. All right. And I know losing weight is a slow process, so I won't be trying to speed that up at all. Okay. Let's move on to the next verse. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6 through 11. Okay, Proverbs chapter 6 verses 6 through 11, and it reads, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no captain, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer, okay, and gathers her food in the harvest. How long will you slumber, O sluggard? When will you rise up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall your poverty come on you like a prowler, and your need like an armed man." Okay, so this is basically saying, when you have set goals and plans for your life, setting goals is not for lazy people. Okay, it's not for people that don't want to work or work towards the goal. Okay, when you set a goal, you have to work towards it. Okay, you can't sleep all the time. You can't not do the things that in the beginning, when you counted the cost, the things, your roadmap that you set out for to achieve that goal or that plan. You have to work towards that goal. And being sleep all the time or doing other things, playing games on your iPad, iPhone, and all that all the time, being on that stuff is not profitable at all. Okay, they don't profit much. I mean, it's a time for everything. Okay, but spending a lot of time idle, just time that to me is idle time, because to me it's not doing anything when you spending just all your time sleeping or playing on your phone or your iPad, doing things like that. You have to work towards your goal. It's just not going to be handed to you. Okay, so let's move on to the next verse. Okay, and the next verse is going to be James chapter 4 verses 13 and 14. James comes right after Hebrews. Let's go there. Okay, James chapter 4. Okay, verses 13 and 14, and it reads, "Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go to such and such a city, spend a year there, buy and sell and make a profit. Whereas you do not know what will happen tomorrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanishes away. Instead, you ought to say, if Yahweh's will, we shall live and do this or that. But now you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. Okay? So, my grandchildren, y'all know your nana. Okay? When I speak, I'm always saying, if it is the Most High's will, or if it is Yah's will, I will do such and such, or we'll do such and such, and stuff like that. So I want y'all to get in a habit of saying, if it is the Most High's will, we are going to do such and such, or this is going to happen. Always say it if it is the Most High's will. And the Bible is basically saying here, if you say anything else besides that, you're basically being arrogant, you're being boastful, which the Most High calls evil. Okay, so that is a big one for me. Okay, and then also we're going to end goals in the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 33 and 34. That's one of my favorite verses. That's a verse that I raised up y'all parents on. Okay, we actually sung it in a song. Okay, ain't the greatest singers, and I actually am teaching it to my grandchildren, to y'all as well. Okay, and it basically says, and it's Matthew chapter 6 verses 33 and 34. Okay, 33 and 34, and it reads, but seek first the kingdom of Elohim and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Okay, that's a big, verse 34 is a big hitter. Okay, but I sang the song, seek ye first the kingdom of Yah. Okay, in his righteousness. Okay, when you seek him, all these things will be added to you. The goals that you set, all that will be added to you if it is his will, as James said. Okay, but again, this is also saying, don't worry about tomorrow. Okay, don't be stressed out about things of tomorrow. It's basically saying today's worries is sufficient. You don't have to be worrying about that. Okay, tomorrow take care of itself. Okay, and so before I go to values, I basically want to share this with my grandchildren, and it's that when Nana was coming up, I did not have people speaking into me direction on how I should lead my life, or how to deal with certain situations in my life that arose. So I don't want y'all, my grandchildren, to be in that same situation. Okay, I want to be there for y'all. I love y'all so much. Okay, I don't want y'all to basically make a lot of the bad decisions that I have made and I had to pay the price for. All praises to the Most High. He is so told. He is merciful, and he was able to bring me to where I am now, and I'm so grateful and thankful for that. Okay, so I don't want y'all. I basically had to go to the school of hard knocks to learn the things that I have learned. So if there's anything that I can share or give to help you on your journey to make better decisions, that's the way to go. Okay, and then I basically want to say that even though I always had the Bible as a part of my life, I still was on the wrong track, even with the word. Okay, and since I came into the truth, learning that I was an Israelite, the ivory Hebrew Israelite, and I'm just being awakened. I'm looking at this Bible totally different. Okay, this Bible is by Israelites for Israelites, and that is us. Okay, so let's move on to values. Okay, values is different, a little different than goals. Okay, values basically have, like I say, goals have a start time and an end time. Values is a work in progress. Okay, you're always progressing towards your values, and what I mean by that, you're getting better at what you value. Okay, and so values basically fall up under these two questions and how you answer them. Okay, values are, you're going to say to yourself, okay, so let's go over here. Okay, so you ask yourself, what are the things do I care about the most? Okay, and what makes me proud and fulfilled? Okay, so when you ask yourself these questions, these two questions, that is going to show you what you value most in life. I came across a chart that shows you basically 10 value areas. Okay, and we're going to take a look at that, and then we'll go from there. Okay, this is the value chart. I'm going to try to come in on it a little closer. Okay, this is the 10 value areas. Okay, and I basically put them in the order of importance to me. Okay, first is my spirituality, my spiritual walk with the Most High Yah. Okay, and I do the work to make sure that I strive to develop my relationship with the Most High more and more. Second is family relationships, and that is including my marriage, which is 3. Health and well-being, parenting, my career, professional development. 7 is recreation and leisure, friendships, education, personal growth, citizenship, and social responsibility. Now the ones at the end, they really don't apply to me much, but these are the 10 value areas. And what I want my 3 oldest grandchildren to do, Shakir, Keeson, and Akira, is to write these 10 values down in order of importance to you. What is it that you care about the most on this chart? Okay, what makes you feel fulfilled? Okay, and what makes you proud? Make a list, and I want to see the list. Okay, and I'm gonna check with you. Okay, to make sure that you did the list, and then whoever else want to participate, that's fine as well. But the purpose of the list is I want you to come back 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, and just take a look at the list and see how your list change, and redo it again at those set times, and just see how your list change due to just living your life. Once you get of age to marry and then get your family going and stuff like that, your values will change. Okay, even with your health. Okay, all that stuff will change with time. Okay, and so I will be checking back with you to see, did you do the list? Okay, so like I shared with my adult children, each decade of your life you should see change. Okay, in the value areas, what you value. Okay, the things that you take pride in. Not only that, you should be able to see change spiritually, mentally, okay, financially, and unfortunately, physically. Okay, and that don't have to be a bad thing physically. You just have to do the work, but it does slow down as you get older. Being able to keep your body weight down. Okay, and so basically that is what values are. Okay, and now I'm going to share some scripture on what the Most High wants us to value is His commandments, statutes, and laws. Okay, and these are the 10 commandments. I will read those off real quick. You can see them pretty good. Okay. All right, and the first one is, you shall have no other Elohims before me. Second, you shall not make unto you any graven image. 3, you shall not take the name of Yahweh your Elohim in vain. 4, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 5, honor your father and your mother. 6, you shall not kill. 7, you shall not commit adultery. 8, you shall not steal. 9, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. 10, you shall not covet your neighbor's goods. Okay, so these are the 10 commandments, and I will start a series this week breaking down each one of the commandments, just looking at them a little deeper. Okay, getting a little deeper understanding on what each commandment means. Okay, and a couple of the commandments, especially honor your father and your mother. That will be my second life nugget. It will be talking about respecting your elders, respecting those that are older than you are. Okay, that's going to be my second life nugget that I share with my grandchildren. Okay, so let's look at a few more scriptures. Okay, about values, what the Most High say we should value. Okay, let's go to Proverbs chapter 6 verse 20. Okay, Proverbs 6 verse 20, and it reads, my son, keep your father's command and do not forsake the law of your mother. Okay, I was just talking about that. That is going to be my next life nugget. So basically, that's something we should value, being respectful, honoring our father and our mother, especially if you have righteous parents. You should strive to do what they tell you to do, okay? Because you are basically, they got your best interests, okay? They not trying to lead you down a bad road, okay? So you should be following basically the command of your father and the law of your mother. Okay, let's move on down to Philippians chapter 2 verse 3. Okay, Philippians 2. Okay, verse 3, and it reads, let nothing be done through selfish ambition or conceit, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem others better than himself. Okay, and so that's saying that you need to basically put people, let me say this in the right way. I'm not saying you don't supposed to care about yourself. It's not saying that. It's saying that you should basically put others before yourself. Okay, and I know that's hard because we as humans, we are so selfish. We make sure number one is taken care of. We just look out for number one for the most part. But the Most High is telling us to basically, we need to look out for other people's needs more than we do ours, especially those of us that is righteous. Okay, the Most High gonna definitely look out for us and make sure that we have everything that we need. Okay, all right, now let's move to 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8. Excuse me. Okay, let's move to 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. And it reads, "But if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever." Okay, this verse, this value is good, especially as you get older, grandchildren, marry, get your own family going. It's your responsibility to take care of your family, okay? And we do have a lot of situations to where, especially in America, where a lot of children are being raised in single parent homes to where the father is taking out the home for the most part. But even if that's the case, it is still the father's responsibility to support that child, okay? And let's go to Proverbs chapter 10, verse 9. Okay, Proverbs 10 and 9. Okay, Proverbs chapter 10, verse 9, and it reads, "He who walks with integrity walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will become known." Okay, so integrity, that's a good value. Okay, you want to walk with integrity, and when you do that, it basically saying you walk securely, you walk in confidence. Okay, you have your goals in mind. You know you're going to meet those goals, Most High will, because you have integrity. Okay. And then the last verse we're going to look at is Luke chapter 6, verse 31. Okay, let's go this way. Luke chapter 6, verse 31, and it reads, "And just as you want men to do to you, you also do to them likewise." And this is basically saying, do unto others as you will have them to do unto you. Okay? And I would go far further and say, if others don't do unto you, hey, do right by people. Okay? In spite of how they treat you. Strive to do right. Okay? And I know that's hard. But, you know, in the Torah, which is the first 5 books of the Bible, there's a story in there that talks about if you see a brother that you basically, y'all don't like each other or whatever, but if you see his cow or his donkey out in the road, you're supposed to get that animal and take it back to him. In spite of how you feel, you're still doing right by your brother. Okay? And so strive to do that. And so I'm going to end this just saying that, you know, when Nana was coming up, you know, I would hear a saying that babies are not born with a manual. But since I've been in this truth, you know, that stands to be corrected, because this is the manual right here. This is the roadmap to life. Okay. This Bible here, basically, if you look at the letters BIBLE, it stands for Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. Okay, so this is your manual. This Bible was written by Israelites for Israelites. Okay, and so any issue that you have in life, anything, this Bible right here has an answer. Okay, raising children, wherever your values are, whatever goals or plans you set for your life, this book right here will get you there. It has a lot of wisdom in it, okay, and it will help you get to where you need to be in life, okay. And so, especially the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible. The first 5 books of the Bible was teaching us how we're supposed to deal with our neighbor, how we're supposed to deal with our enemy within Israel, okay. The Bible, hey, I stand by it. I love it. Okay, and my prayer is that as y'all grow older, y'all will learn how to value this, your spirituality, your spiritual walk, more than anything in life. Learn how to value this. Okay, this is what you need. This is concrete, sound, it's living. This really is. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video here. I've been struggling trying to get this first life nugget out. All praises to the Most High. I have finished it, and I'm grateful for that. But look forward to the next life nugget, which will be addressing concerns with respecting your elderly, your parents. Okay, so I'm going to end the video there, and I'm going to say shalom, shalom, and Yah Baruch.